To be in focus. Focus is important, particularly if you are dealing with something visual. When Zbigniew and I set up our shooting video, we regularly set up individual lights. We set up in a place that potentially we've used before, but has a slightly different setup. This morning, when we were setting up this stage, Zbigniew looked at this and said, "Oh, there's a shadow in this side of your face. It looks very bad." Here, I'll show you. You see this? There's a shadow on that side of the face because of where I'm looking. And he said, "Don't look here, look over a little bit." And he takes a look at the lighting and says, "Much better." Likewise, as we are focusing, we will take something that has a grid pattern on it and put it where my head is going to end up being, and then we will work our way back and forth so that we can find the greatest area of focus so that it will be sharp, so it will be present, it will look good. And then we start shooting videos, one video after another. And often the videos that we shoot have nothing to do with the technical things that we've set up beforehand. But as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about focus. And if you're doing video, you want the focus to be right. And every time you set up a shot, there is an opportunity to get the focus correct or to get the focus wrong. One of the things that has happened with the cameras that we are using is we are using cameras that were originally designed to be photographic cameras. And as we have been using these cameras for video, it has become our custom to end up setting up the cameras in a fashion whereby we have monitors that we mount on top of the camera, because the camera will have a tiny little screen, but the monitors have a bigger screen. And with the larger screen, we are able to look at the detail more effectively and again, check that things are in focus. And so as we think about focus, most of my life I don't think about focus, but whenever I sit in front of a camera or end up doing a series of videos, I do think about focus. But there are other things in my life where I also think about my focus on the things that are in my life and the things that are important. And as we look at life, I think that the technical term from photography is useful in terms of how we pay careful and close attention to the things that are going on around us. And I believe that focus is more than just what we do with video or with photography. I think that focus is part of what we do when we take a look at what our craft is and what we do professionally. I think that focus is part of what we do when we're dealing with relationships around us. I think that when we look at what is going on in families, we want to have a sense of focus. I think that in terms of the things that are happening around us, I want to encourage you that when something is important, when something is dynamic, when something is real, when there's opportunity for things to go very wrong, perhaps it is time for us to operate in our lives the way a camera operator operates. And we take the focus ring and we push it to one side where it becomes blurry. We take it to the other side where it becomes blurry. And then right in between those two brackets, we're trying to find the place where the focus is the very best. And when we get to the place where the focus is very best, because we've been attentive, we will get the best results in photography, but we will also get the best results in the areas of responsibility that God has given us. So I was talking in another video about living artfully. And I really think that part of living artfully is to have great concentration in the area of focus and make sure that everything is precisely seen through the lens that will help us to make the best decisions, have the best understanding, and integrate in the best maturity that we can, so there would be a clarity in the way that we perceive things, and there will also be a clarity in how we make these things available to others. Shalom.